Hi friends, welcome back to the Francescan Disorder, and if you've just bumped into me for the first time, please consider being a friend by subscribing. Today's video is a story time. When I laugh like this, you know how, by the way, if I move these flowers anymore, they will just fall off the table. They are really bad right now. Yeah, I've had them for a week plus now, so they're going to 2 weeks now, and I think they're on their way out. So don't say that I don't know how to take care of my flowers, or don't say that my flowers are not nice. They're just on their way out. Anyway, back to the video. This story is about a time when an Uber driver held me hostage. Now, whatever you're thinking in your head right now, I can assure you that unless I've told you this story, you do not know what this story is going to end like. So whatever you're thinking in your head now, if I've not told you this story, then just don't assume that it's what you think. Oh my god, my stomach is growling. Don't assume that it's what you think in your head, because I can assure you that it's not what you think it is. Anyway, just listen to the end, and even when it sounds, I think yeah, this is all pre-warning before the story. Even when it sounds like this is the end of the story, like even when you hear something that sounds like the end, please know that that is not the end. The end of this story is, I don't know, maybe funny. No, not funny. The end of this story is interesting. It's different. Let's just say that. Anyway, so have I said that since this incident happened, I have not taken Uber again since then, and this happened like 2 months ago. So I will resume Uber very soon. However, I don't know, this story shook me enough. Anyway, where do I even start? Okay, so in the UK, you know that in the UK, winter starts about end of the year onto the start of the next year, and then sometimes it finishes early, other times it finishes very late. Sometimes it takes a break and then comes back. This is all relevant to the story. What I'm saying now is all relevant to the story. So I don't normally take taxis coming back home, so I either have my husband coming to pick me up, or I get the bus. And once in a blue moon, I take the taxi, Uber. Say maybe twice a month or 3 times a month, I take Uber coming back home. Anyway, this event happened on one of the days that I decided to take Uber. And on the day that it happened, it was in a week where we've had a break with good weather. And okay, so we've had a break with good weather for the past, say, week or two, and then in this week where my story happened, the winter was just coming back. So on the day that this happened, well, in the week that this happened, it was said on the news and all over the place that there will be snow again. Well, I say snow again as though there's been snow in other parts of the UK, but I don't live in a part of the UK where it's likely to snow heavy. It might start kind of coming down, but it never settles. So this was a day when it was a week where we were told that it was going to snow. I think I'd done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I didn't think it was going to snow any of these days. So whilst I wasn't, dressed for summer, I wouldn't say I was dressed for the weather. And on this particular day, I know that I was going to take Uber home, so I didn't even take a jacket with me to work. I took Uber to work on this day. Either I took Uber or my husband dropped me, but I know that I didn't catch the bus to work. Went without a jacket, just normal dressing. Again, not summer dressing, but not for a winter or for a snowy day. So yeah, I went to work. On my way back, well, when it was time to come back, I decided to get the Uber. And then I obviously called the Uber. What I normally do is when it's 5 minutes to going home, I call the Uber so that they start coming, because where I work is I don't know, Uber drivers tend not to wait around there because people drive to work, people just drive to work or catch the bus. So a lot of people there don't really take Uber. So Uber drivers don't tend to wait around there. When I call them, they're usually like 8 minutes away. Anyway, I called this person as per normal. However, on this day, I think I didn't call him 5 minutes to the time. I called him bang on when I finished work. So I, booked the Uber, and then they said he was 4 minutes away. It was very surprising, 4 minutes away, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna be quick. By the time I go downstairs and clock out, he's going to be here. So I was like, yeah, that's good. 4 minutes away works for me. Now I went outside. Oh, actually, on this day, whilst we were at work, if you live in the UK, you know the type of wind where it's blowing and everybody can hear it from inside your houses and all. That type of wind, that type of wind had been blowing the whole day, and the weather has been doing this thing where it starts snowing and then it stops, and then 2 minutes later and there is sunshine. It was one of those classic British weather days when you have like 4 seasons in one day. I kid you not, it was just one of those days, because every time the people that smoke in my office, every time they went out to smoke for their cigarette break, they would come back and give us a new weather update. It was just very funny. Anyway, I booked this Uber. I said 4 minutes, and then I was just outside waiting. I was like, oh, it's going to be 4 minutes. I'm going to go downstairs and stand outside and wait. So I went downstairs, all the way downstairs, went to the roadside and stood there, was waiting. I did a vlog on this day, so I'm going to put like a clip of, okay, I'll come to that. So I stood downstairs there, was waiting for this guy. He wasn't coming. So I looked at the Uber app and I saw that he was still 4 minutes away, still exactly in the spot where I saw that he was when I booked him. So I was like, okay, maybe he's just dropping someone off and it's taking a bit longer. So I then decided to play music. I found when I'm at work, I listen to music throughout the day. So on the day, I found a song that I really, really liked and just wanted to, this thing when you find a new song, you just play it until you want to vomit. When next you hear someone playing it, yeah, that's me. I was doing that thing that day. So I found this song that I really liked and I was just playing it on repeat throughout at work. So I decided to just play it again while I was standing there. And this song is like 4 minutes long, or 4 minutes and some long. So bear in mind, I stood there for up to 2 to 3 minutes before I decided to play my song. I didn't start playing my song, and I was enjoying the song. Whilst I was playing the song, I didn't check for any Uber person. I didn't check for him at all. Oh, I was just enjoying my song until the song was over. I subconsciously knew that by the time the song is over, this man will be here, or just very close to the end of the song, the man will be here. So by the time the song was over, then I came to, obviously I forgot myself playing this song, but yeah, by the time the song was over, I then came to realization that this man is not here. So I looked again on the app and he's still at the same exact place oh, by the way, this place is Tesco. I know this Tesco because sometimes at work we would walk down to that place to go and buy snacks. It's a very small Tesco. We would walk down and they mostly do like snacks and ready to go foods and like salads, because where my office is a collection, is an estate, an industrial estate. Like there's a collection of many different offices. There's a collection of many different offices, mostly specializing in engineering. As my company, it's just like we're a whole, I don't know, well, you kind of get a picture of what I mean. Anyway, so I looked, he was in that Tesco, and I'm like, what is he doing there? Why is he still there? So I text him. Oh, I don't know if I text him first or I canceled the ride first. Oh, I text him first. I text him first, yeah. So I text him and said, where are you? You've been in one place for ages. No answer. I wait I play my song again, another 4 minutes plus, 4 minutes and something. I play my song again and listen to it till the song finished. This man has not come, no answer as well. So I canceled the ride. I cancelled it and then tried to book another ride. At this point, I'm like, if I went to catch the bus, one, I would have walked to the bus stop by this time, and two, maybe I would have been on the bus or something. But now I'm going to wait, you know, another 8 minutes or whatever to catch another Uber. But I'm like, okay, fine, I'm just going to cancel this one. This person is not moving. I cancelled the ride and then tried to book another one. Tell me why the same person picked up the ride again. This same man picked up my Uber request again to come and pick me up. I was very, at this time I was, okay, at this time I wasn't even angry yet, I was just frustrated. It was then, he then texted me and said, I'm on my way. I texted you first. He said, I'm on my way. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm on my way. I saw him moving, but he was just turning around in Tesco. Why? It's not even funny. So I then started, I was just waiting again, waiting. At this time, it just started getting very windy and it started snowing. So the wind was so much that people were, you know, if you live in the UK, again, you would know this, the wind in the UK, if they tell you that it's going to be a windy day, it's going to be a windy day. The wind in the UK, I make jokes every time. I always joke that it will blow me off, it will blow me to Nigeria. I always make this joke. But yeah, the wind just came, well, the wind started with snow, and as I said, the snow in this part does not ever settle. Well, it does settle once in a blue moon, but more than likely it's not going to settle. We know that it will snow, but it will just make everywhere wet, really. So it just started coming down, and it was coming down on me and like obviously settling on me and making me wet. So a bit like rain, but I know that it wasn't just rain. So it was just snowing and very windy, so I was like moving, pacing front back, to the point where, I tell you what triggered me was our IT manager at work. He came out and said, bye Fran. I was like, bye, and then he went, he said, see you tomorrow if you don't get blown away. Bye.
You got blown away.
I've been here waiting for this Uber person. Woo! And it started snowing. I mean, this was what triggered me. This was what just pushed me over the ledge. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, he would not see me here in the first place. I don't close the same time as him. I don't finish work the same time as him. He would not find me here to tell me, to see me, that he will see me tomorrow if the wind doesn't blow me away in the first place, if not for this Uber person. And he was just making a joke, but I was not even in the mood for jokes. So I didn't even say anything to him. He left, and then not long after he left, maybe 2-3 minutes again after he left, this Uber person, more than even one person had gone by and smiled at me. You know that smile of, oh dear, like that pity kind of smile? More than one person had gone by and smiled at me, and this person just came. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't keep it. This is what I caught on camera. Well, not my face on camera, my voice, because I was holding my camera and it was on and it was recording. So this is the part where I caught, and I was like, I've been waiting for you for hours. I don't even know what I said, but I was like not screaming. I was just, expressing my frustration, very, very angry, saying to him that I've been waiting for him for a very long time. And then this man had the effrontery to say to me that he was buying fuel. He said, oh, I'm so sorry, I was buying fuel. No, you were not buying fuel. Yeah, I've been waiting for you. You've been in Tesco for so long.
I'm very sorry about it. You cancelled it again, yeah?
Sorry?
You cancelled the job, isn't it?
Yeah, I did, because I was going to get someone else.
I'm sorry about it. had to put some petrol on it.
Fuel. No, you were not buying fuel. You were sat at Tesco. So I said to him, no, you were at Tesco. I was like, no, you were at Tesco. I saw you on the app. You were sat at Tesco doing what? There is no fuel station at Tesco. Why is he telling me that he was buying fuel? I was just angry. But even as I was angry, one thing with me is self-awareness. Even as I was angry, I knew that it's 15 minutes drive from work to my house to be sat in a car with a stranger with bad energy sitting with us. So I kind of took a deep breath, and then I said to him, anyway, how was your day? And then he goes, oh, it was fine, thank you. How are you? And I'm like, I'm fine, thank you. At this point, normally when I sit in Ubers, I don't talk. I just say hello, just the normal pleasantries. I just say hello to them and then stop, just carry on with my journey. It may go beyond just hello and, how are you? Where are you from? But it's always very, very short. Just very short, really. Or have you had a good day today? Just really things like that. This person then decides to start interviewing me. He starts this interview where he starts asking me, where are you from? And I said to him, where did you study? I said to him, what did you study? I told him, what do you do? How long have you worked here for? How long have you been in the country for? This whole time, I'm not asking him back because I don't want to encourage him to keep talking. Where are you from? What do you do? How long have you been here? What do you study? Okay, by the way, what I studied is not what I do. I studied something different and I do something different. And he goes on to ask me, how did you study this and you're working as this? And I'm like, I trained for it. He just wouldn't stop with the questions. And he even asked me, exactly what kind of, I don't know how to phrase it, but he asked me what my day-to-day life entails at work. What I do from sunup to sundown at work. I'm sat in the car with this person. Am I supposed to ignore him? I wasn't raised to be rude. Am I supposed to ignore him? Am I supposed to keep talking? Anyway, I kept answering him. And then also, just not to be rude, God. So in the middle of all this questioning, just so that I'm not rude, I then asked him, okay, where are you from? And then he told me, I don't want to tell you where it is. I don't even know how to explain it, what part of the world to explain, but yeah, I know it's somewhere, it's controversial, it's a controversial place, just know this. And I feel like I can't even tell this story without being offensive. But yeah, anyway, let's keep going. So I asked him, where are you from? And then he told me. And then, he then started asking again more questions. He then started asking, how has COVID been with you? This question, when people ask you this type of question, you think, okay, it's just politeness in the world that we are in, the climate of the world at the moment. It's just politeness. It's just like talking about the weather. So he asked me, how has COVID been with you? And I'm like, it was fine. It was okay. And he's like, were you on furlough? Did you stop working? Did you get laid off? And I'm like, no, I was working from home the whole time. And he goes, oh, good. Again, from all of this point, I just thought it was too much interviewing, but I still wasn't angry. Like, I'd calmed down from the first anger of him coming late, and at this point I'm still not angry. Now he goes on to keep asking me, did you get COVID? And I'm like, yes, I did, once. Oh, you did? Yes, I did. And then he goes, how was it when you had it? I'm like, it wasn't too bad, I recovered in no time. And he goes, oh, do you know why you recovered? No, he said, are you a Christian? No, he didn't say, are you a Christian? He's like, do you believe in God? And I'm like, yeah, I believe in God. Something like that. Either are you a Christian or do you believe in God? I'm like, yeah, I do. And then he goes, oh, you see, that is why you recovered so quickly from COVID. That is why COVID was not bad to you. That is why, people even, lost their lives. People COVID was very bad to some people, but because you believe in God is why COVID was not bad to you. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, where is this conversation going? But this is the point where I begin to get angry, because why are you telling me that it's because I believe in God that COVID was not bad to me? I do not like people that think or speak like this. I can't deal with that. My relationship with God or my belief is something that I may talk about at a later time on this channel or not, because personal. Anyway, he then starts saying that it's because I believe in God that COVID was good to me. And then I was like, okay. And then just out of nowhere, I don't even know how this conversation went to, religion. And, it was then he asked me, you're a Christian? I'm like, yeah. What denomination of Christianity? And I'm like, I'm a Catholic. Oh, this was the trigger. This was it. I don't know why I said I don't know, but this was the trigger. I'm a Catholic. And then he starts, so you believe in the Trinity? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then he's like, but there's no three gods, there is one God. If you're Catholic, you know this age-old argument. He's like, there's no three gods, there's one God. At this point, I did not want to bite. I really, really did not want to bite for my own sanity. I did not want to have this type of conversation. Anyway, he goes, there's no three gods, there's one God. I'm like, okay. He kept telling me how God is not three, God is one. God is this, God is that. That was just where he hinged on Trinity and just started preaching to me from there. And then at some point during all of this conversation, I said to him, before I said that to him, when he kept talking, how God is not three, God is one, God is this, God is that, I then said something. I think I made a response to him, just one response that I thought, okay, maybe he's going to just keep quiet and know that we believe in what we believe in, or I don't know. I don't even... God. Okay. So I said something to him to keep quiet. No. I don't even remember what I said. I think I said to him that I tried to tell him that we didn't think God was three. I just tried to say something, about the Trinity to him. I really don't remember exactly what I said. And then... Pardon?
What is the difference between English Catholic and Roman Catholic?
I don't really know. I'm not sure.
You believe in one God or three?
Well, one God.
One God. You don't believe in Trinity?
The Trinity is not three gods. The Trinity is one God. Three persons in one God.
Three persons in one God. So there's four now already.
Don't believe in the Trinity then?
No, God is one. Real one. You know what? Not one. Nothing can be beside him. Because he is the creator. So if you put anyone or anything beside him, so it means they have the same thing. Like for example, me and my son,
Yeah.
Put my son beside me. Mm-hmm. First, our face has similarities. Our gene has similarities. Our actions have some similarities.
Yeah.
All those things have similarities. Our blood similarities. So I eat, he eats. I drink, he drinks. I die, he dies. So this is my son. So if you put anybody beside God, so they should be the same. Or has similarities. Where's the similarity? You see the similarity between God and the Son?
The similarity is that they are father and son.
No, that's not similarity. That's the similarity I just told you. I have similarities with my son, blood, chromosomes, attitude, belief. All those things have similarities. That's similarity. I eat, drink. God never drink. God, we just said he's perfect. He does not eat food. Jesus was eating food, didn't it?
That didn't stop. That wouldn't stop anything. It was then after this that I asked him, so are you a Christian? Because the country that he said he was from, there are Christians in that country. However, the population of that country is mostly Muslim. So I was wondering, are you a Christian then? And then he goes, no, I'm a Muslim. And in my mind, I'm like, all right then, all right, baby. Why are we having this conversation? You're a Muslim, I'm a Christian. We both believe in different things, or we both have different religious beliefs. Why are we having this conversation? And then he goes, But even Muslim and Christianity, Christians and Muslims worship one God. I'm like, yes, I know this already. I know this. I have Muslim friends that I love so much. I love with all my heart. Why are we having this conversation? What is this? Anyway, he keeps going, honestly. I checked out, checked back in. I checked out, checked back in. Was still this is the whole 15 minutes to my house that all of this was happening. I think I recorded some of it on my camera and then I turned it off. Anyway, he just keeps talking about the Trinity until we get to my house. By the way, this man, he took his time to, I think he's a knowledgeable person. He's knowledgeable about the Bible. So he makes points from the Bible that you think, oh, for somebody like this to be making such points from the Bible, they have taken their time to study the Bible, to, know what the Bible is on about. So he just keeps talking. I cannot for the life of me tell you what he was talking about because I was checking in, checking out of this conversation the whole time. So we get to my house and I'm like, wow, I'm home and dry. But no, oh my God, I've just hit the table. I'm like, wow, I'm home and dry. But no, I wasn't home and dry. I tell you this, I wasn't home and dry at all. I get home and, like normally when I get home, I'm like, all right, then I'll see you later, bye. But because he's talking, as I said from the beginning, I'm not rude. I'm not a rude person, or I try not to be anyway. I wasn't raised rude. Anyway, I tried to say, well, I didn't say it. I was thinking, all right, surely he's dropped me now. He's going to, at some point, because again, I said I normally keep quiet in Ubers, but there's once in a while when you talk to people, because no man is an island, you have to talk to people sometimes. But in the times when I've talked to Uber people, when we get home, we just round up and like, all right, then have a nice day, goodbye, have a nice evening, have a nice morning, or whatever it is. I thought that was going to happen. Nope, that did not happen. It didn't happen. This man, every time I was just sat there waiting for him to conclude. He did not conclude. He kept talking. This is where he held me hostage. I told you it was not what you think it was. This is where he held me hostage. So I was sat in an Uber after I've gotten home for over 5 minutes. What is 5 minutes? Over 10 minutes listening to this man talk about the Bible and God. And the Quran as well. Just listening to this man talk about the Bible, the Quran, and God. I'm telling you, I was not sitting there of my own choice. Like, it was not my choice to sit down there, but I couldn't. He didn't lock the door or anything. He didn't say, sit down, let me talk to you. I just couldn't get out. I just couldn't get out. So I was just sat there, and at this point, because he wouldn't shut up, he wouldn't stop talking, at this point, I just kept saying, yes, like I was just agreeing with everything that he was saying, just so that he ends this conversation. He wasn't ending it. He wasn't ending the conversation. I was sat there every time he was talking, and do you know what cinched it for me? Where I then knew that, okay, this is real hostage. He then, like, I was sat at the back. He then faced back and was talking to me. It's like we're having a real banter. Only I was not there by choice anymore, and I was not bantering back. He then turned around in the taxi and starts talking to me, talking. At this point, he's saying things like, I want you to know the truth. I want you, because even the Bible says the truth will set you free. I want you to know the truth. You read the Quran and know the truth. I own a Quran. Because the way he's knowledgeable about the Bible is the way I wanted to be knowledgeable about the Quran and other religions. So I own a Quran. Well, about the Quran and the holy books of other religions. Yeah, I own a Quran. I own another book of I think this is for Buddhism. Yeah, I own a book for Buddhism. I have done a bit of learning about Hinduism. I'm like this as well. So he kept telling me, read the Quran. Don't read it just to know. don't read it just to argue or something. He just said something. Read it to know the truth. Read it to know the truth. The truth is there. He kept, oh my goodness. And then I was like, yes, 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 yes. I kept saying yes. Maybe that's what made him think that I was interested in the conversation. I don't know. But do you know what saved me? The only thing that saved me is my neighbor. So the way he was parked, I just saw him look in his mirror, like looked at somebody was at the back. Then I looked back, I was like, oh my gosh, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. My neighbor, who had parked there, like who had been waiting for us to, like, obviously they know that they can see that it's an Uber and they want to get into their parking space. And this man looked at them, he was still talking. It was when I was like looking at them, he then was like, all right, sister. He kept calling me sister throughout the conversation, and then he said, do you know why I'm calling you sister? I was like, why? No, I think I said because we are brother and sister. I didn't say why. I said because we are brother and sister in the Lord. I think I'm missing some very important bits in this conversation. I was going to do this story time before I forget, but yeah, just hadn't come around to it. He said, do you know why I'm calling you sister? I'm like, because we're brother and sister in the Lord. And he said, no, because we both come from Adam. One Adam, one Eve, the whole world. The whole world. They made the whole world. Anyway, he then goes, all right, sister, don't forget to read the Quran and know the truth and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. I just rushed out of the car, banged the door and ran upstairs. Do you know, when I came upstairs, I couldn't do anything. Not that I couldn't do anything. You know this, what just happened kind of thing? I was just asking myself, what just happened to me? What did I just experience? So I quietly put my bag down, put my lunch bag down, took off my clothes and went straight for the bed. I just laid down in bed. I didn't do anything, honestly. I just laid down in bed. I was thinking of this for I was just really thinking, what just happened? I was sat in an Uber for close to 15 minutes after I got home, getting preached to by an Uber driver. What just happened? Anyway, I then carry on. That is supposed to be the end of the story, but that is not the end of the story. I then carry on with my evening. I couldn't, I was really tired that I laid down there and carried on with my evening. When I say carried on with my evening, I was just pressing my phone really. And then I was supposed to meet my sister that night because she was coming over. She was coming to pick up something from my house. So, pressing my phone, talking to my sister as well, and then she's like, I'm coming over now, and I'm like, okay, fine, pop, come through, I'm here, pop over, I'm here. So she then came here, and bear in mind, when this happened as well, my husband, I would have texted my husband and say, come down and save me or something, but he was not working from home on this day. He wasn't working from home on this day, so I was alone after the Uber person dropped me. And I was just sat here by myself thinking of who to tell this, what just happened. No, I don't think I was even thinking of who to tell. I was just trying to gather my thoughts on what just happened. But then my sister came that evening to take the thing that she wanted to take from me. And this was my first, the first time me relating this to someone else. I then start telling my sister. Please tell me why. As I'm talking to my sister has the same exact story. The difference is that when she answered that she's a Catholic or she's a Christian, I think when she answered her denomination of Christianity, which is Catholic, because as I've said on this channel before, We were born Catholic, raised Catholic, socialized Catholics, educated Catholic as well. So, you know, if you ask us, we will always say, like, I don't go around shouting, I'm Catholic. But if you ask me, that's what I'll say to you. What are you, Christian? Or what is are you religious? What is your religion? Christian. What denomination of Christianity? Catholic. So, it happened that when my sister said her denomination of Christianity, this man then chose Virgin Mary to preach to her about. So mine was the Trinity and my sister's was Virgin Mary. The same person, the same exact situation. He got to where he was dropping her, which was work, by the way, and refused to stop talking. So she was waiting for him, exactly like me, waiting for the roundup of the conversation where, we draw a line in the conversation and wish each other good days and go away. She was waiting for that, and that was not happening. I don't know how hers ended, but I was like, oh my God, no. We started comparing what car does he drive, where is he from? It was the same exact person. The same exact person. So I concluded that this person has read the Bible. As I said, is very, very knowledgeable and enlightened about the Bible, but he has only done this for the sake of argument, for the sake of trying to... I don't even know what the issue was, because I wasn't arguing with him. I wasn't saying anything was wrong or right. I did not argue with this person. I don't know what his aim was, but unfortunately his victims are his riders, the people that ride in his Uber. Those are his victims. Anyway, I went to work the next day, start telling people at work what happened to me, and my colleague at work says, did you report him to Uber? And I'm like, report him. He dropped me just in front of my house. Report him? Really? Report him. And then she said something like, don't give him 5 stars or give him a low rating. I'm like, give him a low rating. Again, I don't know how Uber works. I don't know if they know who gave them the rating. I don't check to see who gave me any rating. I don't even check my rating on Uber, but I'm sure it's pretty good. But yeah, I know it's pretty good. Not I'm sure, I know it's pretty good. Anyway, I'm a 5-star. 5-star passenger. Anyway, yeah. Till she said to give him a low rating. I'm like, yeah, give him a low rating. Yeah, that sounds like something I should do. Have I done it? No. Have I even opened Uber since then? No, absolutely not. I haven't opened the Uber app on my phone. I think I should do that now, actually. So, since then, I have not opened the Uber app on my phone. I'm going to go to Uber now and please tell me what I should rate this person. Oh no, there's no longer the option to rate him. I think I waited too long. Yeah, I'm just confirming that I'm 5-star. I'm a 5-star passenger. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to look for his ride and decide what to do. But whilst I decide, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Oh, by the way, let me know in the comments what you think I should do. I don't know if I'm going to wait around until you start commenting to know what to do. But let me know in the comments what you think about my story. Let me know if you have anything similar that has happened to you. Let me know what you would have done in my position. Would you have just walked out? I should have just walked out, but I don't know how else to explain that. I kept hoping that the conversation would stop for 15 minutes. I don't know what happened to me. Like for 15 minutes, that is extra 15 minutes after my trip home. 15 minutes sat outside of my house. I was there waiting for the conversation to end, and it didn't end. But yeah, there you go. That's the story of how my Uber driver held me hostage in his car with no guns to my head. Nothing, just held me hostage, preaching to me. With this, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you now and say goodbye, and I'll talk to you another time. Don't forget to like, share this story, please share this story. I think every story about Uber drivers and public services, people that offer public services, every story about them is relevant to one or two. Like, look at how me and my sister, or how I told my sister the story, and just like that, we both have experienced the same person. So do share this story. I'll see you in another video. I don't know, hopefully something not as silly as this. Bye.